Happy Halloween, everybody. My name is Mason Maggs, and tonight I'm here to bring you the Ghost Tournament Riddle. Every Halloween, a special tournament takes place. It's spooky, it's sporty, it's a ghost soccer tournament. Yeah, you heard me. This year, there are 4 teams competing. They are Team Tomb, the Blue Boos, the Night Howls, and the Sourdough Dreads. Here are the rules for the tournament. The tournament is round robin, which means each team plays every other team once. No matter what the final score is, a team gets 3 points for winning a game, they get 1 point for a tie, and they get 0 points for losing. The team with the highest number of points at the end of the season wins the tournament. And the results are recorded down on the official scorecard. Here it is right here. And the scorecard gets updated after every game. This tournament is every ghost's favorite sports event. However, there's a limited amount of seating, and not everyone in line will be allowed in. In the line up front, a group of young ghosts is hoping to get in. However, the ghosts all fall asleep, and when they wake up, they find that the games have already started and the stadium is full, so they're not allowed in. The ghosts are very disappointed. But they hatch a plan. Their plan is to sneak into the stadium and peek at the scorecard to see how far each team has come. While they're sneaking in, they can still hear the games going on in the background, signaling that the games are not over yet. The ghosts finally get to the room where the scorecard is being held. However, when they get in, they're shocked by what they see. A tamperer messing with the scorecard. When the tamperer sees them, he quickly drops the card and warps through the wall before the ghosts can get a good look at him. When the ghosts take a look at the scorecard, they see that the tamperer has erased several numbers on it. The ghosts realize this is their chance to save the day. So they're about to fill out the scorecard with what they know, but before they can do so, they find that the final column has been glued onto the scorecard. The ghosts conclude that the tamperer cut off the final column and replaced it with a fake one. On the back of the fake column, it reads, "Fill this part out when every team has a different score. Make sure that every number is wrong." With that new bit of information, the ghosts now know that every number in the final column is wrong. This is their chance to save the day. Fix the scorecard. What's something that we know? We know that the tombs currently have 5 points. The only way this could have been achieved is through 1 win and 2 ties. 3 games altogether. Now keep in mind that each team will play 3 games. So the tombs have already played all of their games. What else do we know? We know that the Dreads currently have 1 win. They didn't get this win through their game with the tombs, so it must have been through a 4th game. At least 4 games have happened so far. And now that we know that, we can conclude that the tombs are currently winning the league. How? Because to have a higher score than the tombs, a team would have to have 2 victories. But this would have to mean that 6 games have occurred so far. 6 is the maximum number of games that will occur, and we know all the games have not happened yet. So the tombs must currently be winning the league because no one can have a higher score than them. We know that at least 4 games have occurred so far, but we can also conclude that exactly 4 games have occurred. How? Well, think of it this way. Every time a game occurs, one of 2 things will happen. 1 point will get added to the total number of wins column, or 2 points get added to the number of ties column. Now currently there are 3 points in the number of ties column, so there must be at least 1 point that hasn't shown up yet. That's alright. But how does this prove anything? Well, let's assume a 5th game occurred. What was the outcome? If the Boos won this game, it would have to mean that the Dreads have gotten 3rd place, but they cannot be in 3rd place, so this is impossible. If the Howls won the 5th game, then that puts the Boos in last, which again cannot happen. So if a 5th game occurred, it didn't end in a victory. How about in the ties column? Did the 5th game end in a tie? Well, keep in mind, we have to add 1 point for each of the tie columns because we know that there's at least 1 point that's not showing up. So if it's like this, with the Howls getting 2 ties and the Dreads having 1, this again puts the Boos in last place. And if it's the other way around, then the Boos and the Howls currently have the same score, but we know that no 2 teams have the same score. Through this, we can prove that a 5th game has not occurred, only 4. And with that, we can fill in the total number of wins column with 2 zeros. Okay, so we can now conclude that the Boos only have 1 point so far. The Howls, in order to have a score that isn't 1, would have to have 0 points, having 0 ties. This means that the 1 point missing from the ties column has to belong to the Dreads, giving them a total of 4 points. This puts the Dreads in 2nd place overall, this puts the Boos in 3rd, and this puts the Howls in 4th. That's the whole scorecard fixed. Thank you so much for playing. Today's quote of the day is from Stephen King. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. Thank you so much for watching. Have a spooky Halloween, and until next time, later.